Okay, imagine this for a second. You go for a routine checkup. Your doctor tells you everything looks great. Phew, what a relief, right? But then a machine looks at those exact same scans and finds something. It finds early stage cancer, cancer that two experienced doctors completely missed. Now, this isn't some sci fi movie plot. This is happening in hospitals right now, and it's completely changing how we fight one of the deadliest diseases on Earth. So let's get into it. So let's start with the big question. Could a machine really find cancer that an expert, a human doctor, misses? It's a question that kind of challenges everything we believe about the human eye and medical expertise. And the answer isn't just yes, it's a massive data-backed yes. And here's the number that blows this whole thing wide open: 98%. In real-world hospital settings, these AI systems are hitting up to 98% accuracy. This isn't some lab experiment. This number represents a huge leap forward in our ability to find and fight cancer when it's at its weakest and most treatable stage. To really get why this is such a game changer, we first have to take a hard look at our current reality, our imperfect and very human front line of defense against this disease. The stakes here are just incredibly high. Cancer is the second leading cause of death around the globe. And the single most important weapon we have is catching it early. Just look at breast cancer. At stage 1, the survival rate is over 95%. By stage 3, it drops to 72%. And for decades, our main line of defense has been the trained eye of a radiologist, an incredibly difficult job where our lives literally depend on what they can see. So let's put them side by side. An experienced radiologist is about 85 to 90% accurate, which, hey, is incredible. But they're human. They get tired, their performance can vary. Now the AI, it hits 94 to 98% accuracy, and it never has a bad day. It just works 24/7 with perfect consistency. And what that really means is that AI can slash the number of missed cancers by up to 50%. That is just a staggering improvement. And that brings us to the solution. We're talking about AI as a tireless, superhuman second opinion that's always there to back up our doctors. So how did we even get here? Well, this tech didn't just appear overnight, but the progress has been insanely fast. Just a decade ago, AI was hovering around 70, maybe 80% accuracy, just not good enough. But then in 2020, a breakthrough study from Google Health changed everything. And from there, it just exploded. The first FDA approvals, major studies confirming how effective it is, and now it's already being used in over 1,000 hospitals. And get this, it's not just a one-trick pony. Look at the range here. It doesn't matter if we're talking about mammograms for breast cancer, CT scans for lung cancer, or MRIs for prostate cancer. The accuracy is consistently in that elite 94 to 98% zone. This is a tool that's proving itself to be reliable across the board. Okay, if there is one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. AI can spot cancers 2 to 3 years earlier than our traditional methods. I mean, for a disease where literally every single day counts, 2 years is an eternity. It's the difference between catching lung cancer at stage 1, where the survival rate is over 80%, versus later stages, where it can be as low as 20%. It's truly the difference between life and death. And on top of being more accurate and finding cancer years earlier, it's also unbelievably fast. A human radiologist might need 5, maybe 15 minutes to carefully analyze a scan. The AI, it does the same job in 10 to 30 seconds. That kind of insane efficiency helps drive down costs, and it could make life-saving screenings way more accessible to millions of people all over the world. But these numbers and percentages, they only tell part of the story. The true impact is measured in actual lives. So let's look at how this technology is saving real people right now. This is a real documented case from 2023. A 52-year-old woman goes in for a routine mammogram, a screening that millions of women get every single year. So here's exactly what went down. 2 separate, experienced radiologists looked at her scans. Both gave her the all clear. But the hospital was also running an AI system as a safety check in the background, and the AI flagged a tiny, suspicious area that both of the humans had missed. A follow-up biopsy confirmed it, stage 1 breast cancer. And because the AI caught it, her survival odds skyrocketed to over 95%. I mean, this quote really says it all. This isn't about AI being better than the doctor. It's about a human-machine team that gets a better result.
The AI saw something the human eye didn't, and a life was saved because of it. It's that simple.
And you might think that story is 1 in a million fluke, but it's not. Clinical studies are showing that in 15 to 30% of cases, AI systems are finding cancers that were initially missed by human radiologists. That's the safety net we've just never had before.
So, where do we go from here? This technology is already out there saving lives, but we are really just scratching the surface of what it could mean for the future of detecting cancer. First things first, let's be super clear about one thing. This is about augmentation, not replacement. The best way to think of it is like AI is the radiologist's co-pilot. The human doctor is still flying the plane, making the final calls, figuring out treatment, and caring for the patient. The AI is just an incredibly powerful tool, a second set of eyes that literally never gets tired.
And this chart, wow, this shows you exactly why that partnership is a total game changer. Just look at the reality for lung cancer. When it's detected the old way, often at later stages, the 5-year survival rate is a pretty grim 20%. But with AI-powered early detection, catching it at stage 1, that rate can soar to 80% or even higher. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a whole new ballgame. Now let's zoom out to the global impact, because it's massive. The World Health Organization believes this tech is so powerful that by 2030, which is just a few years away, it could help prevent 2 to 3 million cancer deaths every single year. That's honestly one of the biggest public health opportunities of our lifetime. And that brings us all back to you. The next time you or someone you love goes in for a scan, there might be an algorithm working quietly in the background, providing a layer of protection that just didn't exist a few years ago. So we'll leave you with this to think about. Now that a machine can find what a doctor might miss, what does that really mean for your next checkup?